Jeg gjorde sådan her. Hvad gjorde du? Hvem er det? Hallo? Per. Hallo? Dig. Husk at like og subscribe. Husk at like og subscribe. Jeg husker at like og subscribe. Like og subscribe. I love it, Monica. Det gør chokolade. Malik, hvordan kender du mig? Det har de gående. No. Det har de gående, der kigger. Prøv at se. Hun kigger på. Det er Malik. Hun skriver Malik. Hej, Harligående. Harligående skal bare lige spille det her. Du skal kigge på. Du skal se, hvordan... Hahaha. Vidste du, da jeg godt læste det? Er det ikke? Eller hvad? Nej. Jeg kommer lige ned til dig. Harligående. Ikke. Jeg skal lige se min video lidt. Okay? Okay. Vent. Også om du kommer til at se på. Det spil. Ej, så er der reklame derovre i hjørnet. Den her.
Staying over in NA East, we have the world champion solo player, Booga. Well, dropping his opponents down a level or two.
Se, chips, der. Wow, Luxus!
De må faktisk kondi. Stop.
Now over to Europe as we watch Fnatic Provoke get himself out of a tight situation and be the lone survivor to run the rest of the lobby.
Hej. Se, det har lige gået, der skriver. Hun skriver hej. Hun kigger på Harligående. Jeg ser bare på reklamer. Skriv.
Sometimes in Fortnite, you need to innovate a little bit, and right now Jordan uses
everything.
in his
Skriv hej.
to pick up two quick kills.
Harligående, hvis det er dig. Kom så. Jeg gider ikke. Jeg kigger bare.
And finally, over in NA West, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Rex getting his high ground shot out and going for a last-ditch effort to get everything he can. That's it for the top plays from the qualifiers, and the stage has been set as we head into the finals this weekend. Make sure to tune in at Fortnite.com/watch or in client, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Beep, beep.
The most loot-heavy drop spots in the game. From everything to loot pads, timing, and fighting, the most crucial time that sets the tone of the rest of the game is the early game and your drop spot. Top trios have developed ways to split up and attack each of their drops in their own special ways, and we're going to dive in and see some of the basics of each of these spots, as well as who's utilizing them to place high on the leaderboards. Retail Row is an old drop that returns with a new twist in Season X, with both obelisks offering high priority loot and cube monsters offering free shield and ammo drops. Getting control of this drop fast and early can put you at a huge advantage endgame, offering multiple options from increased launch pads, excess shields, diverse utility, and big hitting weapons from all ranges. This drop and an increased elevation on height by default allows for an advantage to whichever trio lands there compared to those at the residential side of the drop. With 2 vending machines and multiple chests available too, the trio that controls Blacktops controls the entire engagement, usually being the ones to come out on top. Mongrel, Benji Fishy, and Mitro have adopted and trained at this drop over multiple weeks of the FNCS, enforcing early game fights on Blacktop to coming in late for third parties from the residential side. They use every advantage depending on the type of situation they have to beat other trios and win week after week, leaving the whole lobby scared every time they thank the bus driver. Happy Hamlet has been the drop most competitive players envy, with most chest spawns and many vending machines to boot, having good options for rotations with ziplines and driftboards, as well as the option of excess loot to get snowside if you have zone. Winning this drop and having room to play is a player's dream come true. Playing this drop, however, is very difficult. Usually with 2 to 4 teams contesting you because of how abundant and plentiful loot is, you will always have an uphill fight to face and conquer quickly if you want an advantage heading into mid-game. Taking fights here is all about who engages first, and most engagements ending quick, as many angles taken are vertical, making it a lot easier to hit headshots for that damage multiplier. Close range block fights are also very common, with less room for mistakes and instant eliminations on knocked players, keeping all opponents healthy off of Siphon. Eclipse, Mega, and Dubs land at Happy, usually preferring the north side of the drop, and although might have trouble making it out of early game in a few of their games, the loot they get when the drop ends up working out sets them up for exponentially more points in the end game, with lots of mobility, shields, and high rarity weapons to make big clutches with. Landing at powerful drop spots is a challenge that requires practice and teamwork to overcome. Being efficient with comms, having a plan, being prepped and ready, as well as adapting to anything you see on the glide are keys in being successful in the early parts of your game. Use that edge for a boost on the competition in endgame, securing good placement and elim points with your trio. And who knows, maybe you can be on the top of the leaderboards playing in the grand finals of the FNCS.
Da kommen 4 zu play.
And Shy Wager, gentlemen, if you want to say hello.
What's up, boys?
Heyo.
Very quickly, within 30 seconds or less, you guys got to tell me your predictions for the region. All right, we're starting with Middle East, Sundown. Give me your prediction.
So everyone else went with Fiesel, Kappa, and Klops. They won 4 of the 5 times, but I think them splitting their trios might have given them not enough practice. So my bet is going to go towards Flame, Prime, and Hunter. Expect to see them challenging towards the top, and can't leave out Fiesel, Klops, and Kappa as well.
All right, Monster D-Face, OCE, go.
Honestly, I'm going to have to go with Geese, Slaya, and Skyla. And the main reason is because Parpy and his trio actually went to NA East, where you guys saw them dominate the region before. So with that being said, I know the X2 twins are, you know, kind of one of the fan faves coming up, but I think Geese, Slaya, and Skyla are really going to give OC a run for its money coming up.
Now for Asia, coming back to you, Sundown, what are those predictions?
So Asia, and I've been pretty adamant about this, how there's been about 5 to 10 teams who are consistently up top, but my pick is actually the WGS trio of Jag, Horde, and QLO. They played over in Europe for the World Cup. They've had the most amount of experience. I think that's what's going to allow them to win out.
Sure. Speaking of Europe, Shy Wager, you're up.
You guys already know who the kings are of Europe, Mitro, Mongol, and Benji, but the only trio I think that can start a revolution are Stompy, Chinkin, and Aqua. They have a kind of counter play style. They already have a rivalry brewing with the kings of Europe, and I think these guys will have the edge taking it over at the end of the Grand Finals.
All right, for NA East, Shy, we're going to pick your brain again. Give us those predictions.
So one of the favorite picks to win NA East are Bucky, Animal, and Aspect, but I think the counter to that trio, who's really strong at the moment, is Clicks, Crims, and Spades. They play kind of a rugged type of low ground situation, always getting their win condition at the very end of the game. So I think their type of randomness and weird plays that happen at the end will have them make big plays to win at the end of the Grand Finals.
Now let's talk about Brazil, gentlemen. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to make a bold claim here. I'm going to say the red trio is going to bring it home. Snow, Avalar, and Techno Viking. We've seen Techno Viking. He almost made World Cup qualifiers. Just barely missed out on qualifying. The same for Snow and Avalar. This will be their weekend. They're very hungry for the win. I'm telling you guys, they are going to do it. Now, finally, let's wrap up with NA West. Monster D-Face, give us your take.
I'd be crazy not to mention the trio, Scented, Rex, and Edgy, because they've been the most consistent in the NA West region. But I think another trio that can give them a run for their money is going to be Arkham, Falconer, and Vinny. And Falconer, by the way, the only free agent on this team here in the NA West, at the top of the board, still dominating. So I would love to see them come through and pull it big for the NA West region.
Some pretty bold predictions made across the board from everyone. Sundown, Shy Wager, Monster D-Face, thank you guys so much for hanging out. And for everyone at home, don't forget, tune in this weekend for the FNCS Finals, September 20th through the 22nd. You can watch at Fortnite.com/watch. And of course, guys, we'll see you on the Battle Bus.
Beep, beep.
You know all of the king, man. I love it when you call me señorita. I recycled the bad time. I don't need you, and every time it's what does the claim of the no?
Now, Fortnite fam, I know you guys are ready to get into all of the action, but first, we should probably get all these new faces to the broadcast up to speed on how the broadcast is going to be run. Let's start with the broadcast schedule. So right now, we're going to be hopping into Europe during one of the heats going on right now. Later on, we'll take a look at some of the replays from Middle East that happened this morning with a live look at Brazil after that. And then we'll wrap the day with NA East. Now, how are these guys racking up their points? Let me get you up to speed on that. So first off, 9 through 12 will get you 3 points. Like placing between 5th and 8th is 6. 3 and 4th, third and 4th is 9 points. Second place is 12 points. And that victory royale is worth 15, with every elimination being 1 point. Now, the prize pool across the FNCS has been $10 million. And here is a prize distribution for this weekend. A lot of money to be divvied out. And of course, the money is great, but being able to be crowned the first ever season champion across all regions is an even better feat. Now, before hopping into the games, we made some predictions earlier on in the season for Europe. There is one among us that is had a bit of a different opinion, and that's fine. We'll get there. But so now, why don't you tell us about our predictions from Europe?
So I'll talk about our predictions, since the rest of us decided that, we had a brain and were able to look at what went on in the past 5 weeks. And Mitra, Mongrel, and Benji just wiped the floor with the rest of the region. They averaged a 1.4 placement, 3 wins, 2 second places. I know I've always harped on it, but it took literally 4 really, really bad games in both of those weeks for them to get barely edged out in the second place. And any other time they've played their game, they've been on top. But Shy, you went a different direction.
Well, I understand they got their high confidence that they're castle, but personally, I see a revolution coming. I predict the upset set Stompy Chicken and Aqua actually taking it all home at the end of the grand finals. They're amazing, but I think they won't have it what it takes ultimately, and Aqua will still race at the very end.
Well, we'll have to see how things pan out for these trios. Now, like I said earlier, by the end of the broadcast, Shy will be eating a cup of mayonnaise if MME wins out in Europe. So we'll have to see if that pans out for everyone. Now, guys, we are going to be jumping into games number 2 of number 1 in Europe. We're going to be jumping right into the all-the action. And to do so, we've got Monster Defense, Dr. Lupo. Gentlemen, take it away.
Zeke, thank you very much. For those that are confused, Shy went on Twitter and said if the three that we've all, I mean, we've seen them just absolutely destroyed thus far. If they do in fact win, then not a cup, an entire jar of mayonnaise on stream. And to be quite honest, that's that I've seen on the internet for a while. Now going into Europe here, like I said, game 2, it's already rolling right now. Monster, before we jump right into it, what do you think? How do you think things are going to play out today?
I think my stomach hurts. I'm going to have to sit down and let this one kind of digest these games. But let's go ahead and hop right in. It's Europe. They're trying to get to the grand finals. There's going to be a lot of action unfolding today, Dr. Lupo.
Lo and behold, 95 players remaining. Only one trio in control has gone down. And we're jumping right into retail with the trio themselves, Benji, Mongrel, and Mitro. Honestly, some of the most talented players in solos and duos, and now they're all trioed up.
Come on.
Literally
Kutinga.
The retail row loot.
Yo creo que soy a
Legendary inventory. And the best of the best, what do they choose? Shield bubbles. Shield bubbles. One of the new items introduced to Fortnite, and it's a great item, right? It's so versatile. So you're going to see shockwaves, you're going to see launch pads, campfires, and even with the recent adjustment to the loot, the way it's divvied out here,
Yes, thank you.
you're going to see the difference. And just look at the map on the side. Basically, no one around them to contest.
It's wild to think, so I'm going to say it,
Chocolate.
and I'm pretty sure everyone's already
Chocolate.
thinking, as we've seen them play over the course of qualifiers for this event. If no one contests retail, or it's Black Ops and they take Resi's side, or however it's split.
I can tell you what that means. This is Shio is 100%
ready.
Right.
At some point before Sunday, because based on
Yes.
what we've seen thus far,
I'm going to say, what you come for free aimless?
this is
What you come aimless?
they are getting into the team. 11 points already going.
Ik ving aan.
Side of your screen. Here's the results of game 1. You see Mongrel, Mitro, Benji Fisher taking 5th place. Bubblefly, Miro, and Zoe in the 1st place position up there, which means 15 points for that trio. There's the remainder of your top 10. Just a quick info blast there for you if you did not see game 1 on any of the channels that might be.
Now that be summer to truth and light, soft desire.
It's our favorite, I guess, team to look out for. But we'll see how the performances go here as Hunter, Sky, and
What the heck?
face off.
Henneskello haben da Jules. What the heck?
That map there, players are setting up. They're setting the perches. The high grounds are being claimed, and that is how you can start to choke out some of the
Henneskello haben da
late here.
Jules.
They are gonna hopefully, get a little bit of that RNG, right? Get that zone to fall in their favor, because otherwise they have to burn some valuable resources early on.
I will say, over 10 seasons of Fortnite, this hill has been one of the most consistent high ground advantage spots to take. And even now, you're looking down on top of the building. You have essentially free shots on players that do, for some reason, choose or are forced to rotate through there. This spot is insanely good. Clear line of sight on so many different locations. Even the high hill to the north, which is have a clear line of sight on the majority of what's up there. There's only on the north side of that hill.
What?
They're in a great spot going into the next circle.
Absolutely. There's no reason for them to move right now either. As you said, they have a nice line of sight over there. Remember, Storm Surge can affect anyone here, so you have to be...
I want to believe you. If I shotguns too.
Very close by.
Oh,
so the team from TCK, they are in a good spot to just try and stormhold this. Pickups here, eliminations. Actually, pressure going in here. Muser taking the high ground on top of this trio. Use that shockwave and got up on top. I would expect pressure from the other two here momentarily. We will see. But there is another trio. Look, on the minimap, you have another team coming in from behind. So now both the trios that we just saw on the screen that are fighting it out here at this northeast building in Pleasant, they're about to get storm-held by another team down there. They're moving in as well. There's going to be 3 teams fighting basically in one building in a second here. Eliminated. You have a couple pickups there. The Vic, 3 eliminations now, a ton of materials, but you do have literally another team on top of them right now.
And that's what happens when Storm Surge comes into effect. People do desperate things. So this team was totally fine, parked up here, but now they have to force the push here. They have to defend themselves, and lucky for them, they get the tags, they get the trades, and their entire trio is still standing. This is a 3-way battle going on here, all of which is probably forced out because of Storm Surge now.
I guarantee you there's
Robab did a good job here. He's going to get shot in the back. He's the most hurt. He's actually going to shockwave through, trying to find himself a better position here, Dr. Lupo. And he does. He breaks away. He's got a little bit of time to himself now.
Good call there to try and rotate away back. Junior 7 Josh and Tom Wamo stacked up next to each other right there in front of the garage of that building. The campfire is going to be a clue for them. If they do spot it and realize they might be low HP, might be the time to push. They have a wave of pressure. 5 shockwaves in the inventory of Robabs means rotation here in a minute is not going to be a problem. Team shockwave coming clutch. Might be time for it. You see him line it up. In fact, he might even be marking it just to say, hey, let's get ready to go. Indeed, that's what he was doing. There we go. Rotation all the way south. Look at that. Solid push ahead of the team that did apply pressure moments ago. They have the circle advantage now, and now they are sitting at the forefront, able to storm hold.
Now,
a big move there.
Reckless push. They have the zone right here. They go outside the storm, the safety zone, just to try and force that fight, and then fail.
You got to think the potential chances of getting damage from the storm. The storm surge might have been the reason for the push. Throwing away a positional advantage the last second there, especially because you know the storm timer. The circle timer is on your screen, so they know that at some point, if they're going to push, they need to make it quick, or they just need to wait. Chose to move out there, and now they're on the outside. Meanwhile, 3 HP. The other 2 from the trio, and so Amplify still up. This is the winners from game 1, by the way.
they are.
25 points, a big lead going into game 2.
This is what we like to call shambles loot right here, man. Miro with no heals, 3 HP in a dream. Amplify also equally hurt. They do have a couple of eliminations to their name here, but it's looking pretty dicey.
Look on your mini-map. They have to rotate past so many teams, and they're sharing loot right now just to try and give everybody a chance. I almost would say maybe Miro drop everything that he's got just in case. You know, he is not the best situation to be in. Here we go. Matsui pushing forward. The other two not yet on his tail. You see, you can watch on the mini-map just a second there.
You have to appreciate Matsui kind of leading the charge here. He's the only one with shield on his team, so he says, you know what, I'm going to go out first. I'll do the building. I'll do the leading here, taking the pack to the next zone. And, I mean, it gets him a little bit closer to the safety spot. I think the play here is either catch a pick, get this siphon, or buy time, right? Hopefully a launch pad comes down. You guys get a little share time on it, and they can get that way to the zone.
That audio cue, you hear the shockwave. That actually is a very good signal for them being low HP. They don't want to make a move before somebody else. And Hunter gets almost beamed into the ground, but now they know that they're basically free to rotate. The player, the team that was potentially going to be a problem. Big hit there. Gets the elimination on Hunter. Very valuable. Amplify does, in fact, go down. You see in the top left, Raxo takes him down from D-Mine. 23 trios remaining, 61 players total. The threshold on the middle right, they're 343 damage above. But Miro still sitting on only 3 HP. The mini's going to be a big pickup there. Now 53 total.
At least it gets him a little more health here, right? Puts him in the game, keeps him in the running just for a little longer. Now he has the option to pick up this blue pump, and he actually is going to opt into keeping the gold tack. That's actually a pleasant surprise there. Wouldn't have thought that, you know, the pros would take the slower pull-out time from the gold tack over the blue pump.
You get a 200 damage hit with a blue pump can mean the difference between making it into the circle and getting stopped by somebody. Maybe you get surprised inside your own box, somebody takes your wall. Situational awareness is big. The blue pump can be extremely effective in your accuracy has to be on, but man, when the thing hits, it really hits.
You really got to appreciate this game right here. There's a minigun over to the left. That hurt a lot because, again, the heals are so fast here. I think they have one more minigun to their name. Yeah, perfect time to come with explodes right there. He's trying to break through the build. Someone's going to catch a sneak shot from behind, though.
The back right corner, Miro down to 49 on the ground. That's so he's probably going to have to leave him out to dry there. The team making runs on the side. The safe zone, the next safe zone, the bottom middle of your screen. The bottom middle of the current safe zone. You see the bottom right there in the main map. 5 damage below the threshold. Skype solo right now, looking for a tag. And he does actually find it and eliminate the big one right there. 20 trios remaining. Close to placement. Too long.
Just looking at the group, I saw Mitro still in the running here somewhere in the game. So that trio, top 5 trio, still in the running here. I think our number 1 team might have been completely wiped during that push right there. So they're out. They cannot accumulate any more points, but they did pick up a lot of elimination. So you guys believe they're still in the top 10 as far as we know right now. But it's so early. It's still so early.
There's a lot of opportunity here.
Oh! No! Så kapten baby, man.
While the minigun is going, tactics, you don't see too much minigun. Other regions right now, this Tamawamo does go down. Well, imagine that many rounds from a trio.
I don't got
You're a single build, you're by yourself.
Apple Charlie Plus, Apple 4 enda.
Right now, an effective 7 plus for the squad right here, and they have the prime position to catch the picks.
Bad boy.
From the backside. This is actually
Bad
perfect
boy.
too, right? The heavy congestion is below them. They don't have anyone up here in this layer with them. The closest person is this trio right here.
No! Just console challenge. Huh? Wat is de eerste? faktisk ikke engang Pennywise, der kommer. I skal tro på mig. Det er ikke Pennywise, der kommer. Det er bare Batman, der kommer. Det er rigtigt. Nå, se, der står Batman, han kommer. Batman, han kommer. I Fortnite. Du skal like og subscribe.